So, this is basically the lamest battle I've ever been in terms of just general idiocy. My opponent decides, many things are considered strategy, where other people would consider them just flat obnoxious. I don't know, you see for yourself. You can watch for yourself in this, battle. Yeah, it's not exactly original or intelligent or reasonable, for that matter. You know what? I'll just let you watch it. All right. So let's get started. So first, I just want to point out a really original name, dude. Ash. I mean, come on. So I start out with Electrode, and he goes Gliscor. I'm just like, whatever, I'm not staying in on this. So I switch to Gengar, because I'm really expecting Earthquake. But no, he goes Stealth Rocks, which is reasonable, because Stealth Rocks is a good setup. What are you doing? Anyway, so I'm just going to Energy Ball the Suicune. And, you know what, let's just go ahead and keep a count of this, because, so that means we got one Pokemon with leftovers so far. So then he's gonna Protect Stall to get more leftovers, which, I mean, at this point in the game I'm like, okay, that's okay. So then he goes out, which I don't even know why he went in if he's just gonna go into Dusknoir, which I get an Energy Ball on. His special defense drops. I'm like, alright, whatever. And so that's two Pokemon now with leftovers. So I'm just gonna pull out because I know Shadow Sneak's coming. But no freaking Shadow Sneak. He's going to Protect for leftovers. Like, honestly, why do that? You can Shadow Sneak me, most likely for the kill. So he goes for Will-O-Wisp after I sub. I'm like, you know what, just eat it. So I Sucker Punch, and he's going to try to break up my sub, and I'm just like, whatever, man, you can break my sub. So, he breaks the sub. And, Mason, shut up. And at this point, he's just going to Will-O-Wisp. I'm like, alright, that's reasonable. That's kind of what Dusknoir's supposed to do. And, so, he's just going to withdraw and go into Gliscor. I'm like, alright, Gliscor, whatever. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? He's probably just going to go for Protect or something dumb to try to keep Bird Hacks going. But no, he Earthquakes when I decide to Focus Punch. So, yeah. I mean, come on. So, I'm going to go into Gengar, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to get the Stab Shadow Ball off. Because I'm Specs, and I know I can do quite a bit of damage. And I do. And so he goes for the U-turn, I'm like, yeah, it's going to do like 6 damage, just whatever. Get out of here, Gliscor. And he goes back into Dusknoir, and I'm like, alright, well, this thing probably isn't even carrying Shadow Sneak if it didn't use it last time. And no, there's the freaking Shadow Sneak, so now he's Shadow Sneak, so I'm like, WTF, BBQ, 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 oh, BK, 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 BK. And, so I'm just like, whatever, take the Shadow Ball for the kill. I'm just like, I'm still furious about the fact that he did not Shadow Sneak the first time, which threw me off for the rest of the game. So he goes into Alakazam, I'm like, I'm not standing on that, it's gonna Psychic, and, it does. So, yeah. So I get my Sandstream up. And, so that's good and all. So he's going to switch out, obviously, because I think he's got Specs or Scarf. So he goes to this, I'm like, Crunch. I'm like, that's probably going to kill. And then it doesn't. And I'm like, gay. Like, there's no end to that. Like, come on. And, yeah, so... Actually, I think I just missed that part. Like, I think I just missed where Gliscor used his leftovers. Anyway, but yeah, I know Gliscor has leftovers, so we'll just put a little 3 up there because it has leftovers. So that's 3 Pokemon with leftovers. So Fire Blast, of course, that's gonna get hacked up and miss. And I'm just like, yeah. So he goes for the EQ. I'm like, dang, Stab EQ is gonna do a lot. But this turn, I believe I'm roaring. Yes, I roar. I'm like, give me something good. And it gives me Alakazam. I'm like, awesome. I can live pretty much anything for this Alakazam. I'm like, I can probably even live a Focus Blast. And then I'm like, wait, Focus Blast, crap. So I switch it to Gengar. And he's like, I'm not going to Focus Blast. Why do you think I'm going to Focus Blast? I'm going to Energy Ball like a cool kid. I'm like, alright, does your Alakazam even know Focus Blast? Like, what Alakazam doesn't know Focus Blast? I mean... What Specs Alakazam does not know Focus Blast? So I go back into Electrode and I'm just like, FML. So then he goes Miltank. I'm like, Miltank, please. Of course, I mirror coded because I was expecting a special attack. And so then we find out, look, this is Pokemon number 4 with leftovers. That's right. And when I see that, I'm just like, wow. Number 4 with leftovers. So I set up Rain Dance, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna pair hacks me and you're using leftovers on 4 Pokemon. You know what? Just screw life. I'm gonna explode up in your face. And so Explosion is obviously just gonna kill it in its face. But wait, it doesn't, because I mean seriously, right. At this point I'm just like furious. I'm like, I hate my life. So I'm just gonna waterfall it up, and like Suicune's not gonna take this very well, but he's gonna take it a reasonable amount. And now this is the time where I start like accidentally messing with the camera while I'm recording, because I have to fix things, and I don't even end up fixing it, which sucks. I think I fix it later. Yeah, it says my Floatzel's level 10 right now. Big whoop. So he goes for Calm On. I'm like, wow, whatever, I'm gonna KO you here. But I forget he's just gonna Protect Stall for more leftovers. I'm like, wow, BK. So yeah, he goes for the Protect Stall, more leftovers. I mean, come on, really? Just calm down, peoples. So I waterfall, I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna do quite a bit. And I do quite a bit, except he gets the Surf off, which is going to crit me and kill me. Like, BS. Come on with the crit hacks. Up in here. So, yeah, more lefties for him, little cheater. So I decided to go for, he's not a cheater. So he's gonna protect for more freaking leftovers. Come on. Suicune's gotta be fat by now, like, honestly. So I just get the Meteor Mash off. I'm like, of course it's gonna kill. Meteor Mash is just ridiculous. He gets Gliscor. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna 2-hit this thing, but it's definitely gonna be a 2-hit. And it is a 2-hit, which I just like own your face. And I know I can take an EQ from Gliscor, especially this Gliscor. It doesn't even look that threatening, even though it's got a stinger coming out of its balls. That looks pretty threatening. Anyway, so I just Meteor Mash again. I'm like, of course it's gonna kill. Duh. And it's like, psh, die. What a BK. So he sends out Alakazam. I'm like, dang. I know he's gonna outspeed me. And he does. He Signal Beams. I'm like, crap. So I go into Tyranitank. I'm like, what up, boys? The Tyranitank. And I know I'm gonna take a Signal Beam. I'm not gonna live 2, but I know I can take this one. 28 HP, and I Crunch for the kill, of course, because Crunch is just pro like that against Psychics and stuff. Pwn. So really at this point I'm just like high off my rocker on annoyance. So he just goes for EQ. I'm like, wow, okay, end it in a reasonable manner. And honestly, that Electivire could have had leftovers. I have no idea. It probably didn't. If it did, I would probably have shot myself.